Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play the Guild of Dungeoneering. When we last left off, Lumpy the Chump here has actually cleared out 2 dungeons against all odds with 9 kills, and he shall now retire in the barracks pretty much forever unless something goes wrong, because we now have 105 gold. And I have ideas for this gold. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to build a curio shop here, which will unlock 6 uncommon items, as opposed to all the rubbish we've been using. 50 gold. Thank you very much. Let's build this curio shop. I guess we'll build all the shops out in this, the loot item stuff in this direction, and the dwellings off in this direction. So the curio shop can come... I suppose this is the trophy room, isn't it? Yeah, I didn't really plan this out ahead of time. I guess we'll put this here. There we are. We don't get a song and dance about it, but it does unlock additional items that we can discover in our adventures. The next thing we get is a theatre, which unlocks the Mime class. We can actually click for details. Let's have a quick overview of the Mime. The Mime has 5 health and has the following... is mostly a magic-based class, but also has a few physical defense cards. No magical defense cards, but also is able to discard and steal enemy cards. It's my favourite out of the tier 1s, so we're going to build the theatre now. Okay, and I think we have the theatre over here. I suppose it's nice to have a theatre on the opposite side of the trophy room, right? Yeah, look, we can do that. Let's just have everything built off the barracks.
Is there anything that's more soul-destroying than having to rhyme all the time? There's only one thing perhaps more annoying, and that would be an insufferable mime.
Insufferable mimes indeed. We shall go forth and explore using the power of drama.
What's this? There's more? A whole world to explore? Why, there's gold to be found and treasure in store. But what's the point? You're all hit and miss. It's so plain to see. You're not cut out for this.
Oh, I will take issue with that one. Ugh, if I ever hear another story about clearing out rats, it won't be too soon. My minions, employees, did return with some interesting rumours from the Rat King, though. There was mention of a magic orb, an orb of noisiness. Nosiness. That's exactly the kind of thing I could use to keep an eye on the Overy League. I need all the help I can get if I'm going to take him down a peg. The rumours point to more dungeons out in the grasslands. I'll search there first. Ha! What am I saying? I'm not stepping foot in the place. That's what I have chumps for. And if they won't do it, there's plenty more who are eager to join a guild. I've also decided from now on we'll be known as the Guild of Dungeoneering. Either that or the Guild of the Overy League of Explorers is stupid. I can't decide which will look better on our letterhead. Fair enough. And the curtain rolls back to reveal dungeons. Many dungeons. As you can see, the world map, it's actually quite large in comparison to the small subset we could see. And we have 3 dungeons to choose from. We have here the Goblin Menace. Sorry, yes, goblins, referencing goblins of course, and orcs. Here we have Fiery Foray, which is all about dealing with a fire elemental. And up here we have Lovely Loot, a victimless crime. Okay, well let us go for this one first. The Fiery Foray with the Fire Lord, with Lisa the Mime. Hey, what are you doing in my evil entrance hall? Oh well, my imps will make short work of you. Thank you, mysterious Fire Lord. So we have a Gnoll here, who's got Armed 2, Irritable 3, and Nature 2, and Fury. We also have these Fire Imps. We have Night Owl, Stupidity 1, and Flame 3. And Night Owl gives them -1 if they're surrounded by 5+ tiles. Maybe that'll be a thing that happens. But then nevertheless we'll get some Runes of Fates down here. Do this and this, and we'll place the Fire Imp here, so we can get that Rune of Fates. Wild, panicked gesturing. That's right, at least it's not going to have much to say, but it's going to have much to act. The first is this Flame 3 card from the Fire Imp, which is both a physical and magical element. So let us use the Bullhorns here to block that physical damage. There we are. We cannot block this flare, but we can use Stage Presence in order to control our opponent's next move. So we get to choose a card to discard. You get to keep the stupidity one and discard your spark. Oh, look at what you've drawn! However could this happen? We will clone! You're next. Actually, no, we'll continue to keep on the pressure with this stage presence. Because we don't know what you're going to draw next. But we can see what you're going to draw next. So I'm going to discard the spark. Because I don't have any... This last card then must be the fiery weapon. So we can copycat that. As you can see, we now have fiery weapon in our deck. It does not stay in the deck forever, but nevertheless, that's how it all works. But we actually don't need to do any of this. We can just pull horns you to finish you off. And then we get one extra health from that. So as you can see, some of the new items have started to appear, such as this scarf, which is Holy One. The latest fashion is scarf and no shirt. I am a woman though. Is that a female fashion? Well, let's go with it then. Alright. We now have one favour. So, we could add this corridor here. Seems legitimate. We could add a scary spider. Or this knoll. I think a scary spider seems reasonable. Let's end turn. Over the top worried face. Off you go, Lisa, hugging the bottle, giving us some health. And this unfortunately has a lot of magical damage, the scary spider. But it also has the frail trait, which means physical attacks get +1 damage. So if we use bullhorns here, we'll waste the shield, but we will do double damage. Another drain. Well, let's start controlling our opponent using stage presence, shall we? And we'll throw away this spook. Let's use Imaginary Cannon for 2 magical damage. There we are. Neurotoxin will, if it hits, force me to discard a card, but I can use my new Holy One card, the Holy Seal, to block that and then gain 1 health. Of course I can't block this, which would have been nice to block, but we can use... Let's use Stage Presence again to control our enemy's next move. We'd like to get a physical attack in there. Let's just discard the claw. Doesn't really matter, because they're both what we want, because we can now use Imaginary Box, which will give us 1 extra magical damage that's waiting for us in the future. Let's also block the... we can keep this. This is fine. We'll use Copycat now, which will use the bonus that we've stored earlier to deal extra damage. We now have a copy of Drain ourselves. However, which will block their enemy Drain with Holy Seal. There's another Drain here, but we can use Imaginary Cannon, which will still deal enough damage to finish off the scary spider. It's a bit of a technical class, but I really quite like it. So we have Bandana, Scarf, or Newspaper Hat. Newspaper Hat's not as bad as it looks because of the Wise trait, 1 extra hand size in exchange for having 1 dead card in your deck. But I'm going to go for their Bandana for the Repel and the Shift cards here. We don't need to defeat 1 more monster anyway though, and it's this Fire Imp. You're not supposed to be able to beat them! I'll take that, I'm going to beat them anyway. I should have invested in some better security. Let's take out the Fire Imp, Lisa. Immediately a Stupidity card off the back. So let's take advantage of it and use Shift to draw an additional card. Here we are. Spark. Well, we can use Stage Presence to see if you're going to draw Holy Weapon. So, Fiery Weapon, and dispose of that. Here we are. Okay, let's... we can't block it, so let's just keep dealing damage. So let's just Copycat. See what we get. We're going to get ourselves a Fiery Weapon. Cool. I'll use it. Tell you that. Fire Imp. And the Mime is our first victory.
Oh, look. It's your Dungeoneer who survived. Just look at the joy. I'm so teary-eyed. Do you think that they'll all come back alive? Well, I suppose if they don't, then at least they all tried.
Indeed. One thing I should note for veterans of the game who have played this before, I have turned off Battle Scars because, frankly, they suck. Moving on. Let us continue to explore. I suppose I should actually explain what Battle Scars are. So Battle Scars They're a mechanic that if you win a dungeon with a Dungeoneer, the Dungeoneer gains an extra trait, and they always just end up sucking. Even if you start off with a good trait, it then levels up if they win another dungeon to a bad version of the trait. So I lost the game recently, but just purely because it gave me the worst possible trait I could get. It just basically is designed to screw you over. So, yeah, stuff that. Let's go scorching spoils, shall we? And loot all of Embro's treasure. It is a good game, though. Alright. Let us continue to loot all the treasure. Some treasure chests here. Could use those. This is a fire elemental with Death 4, Flame 4, and Burn. Burn means everyone takes damage every turn. A zombie here with Decay. Lots of health, though. And here we have a ghost with Tenacious and Night Owl. Tenacious is an interesting one. I guess we'll go for the ghost first. Place a fire imp in our way. We'll start building out in this direction. Here we are. We'd have to collect all the chests though, so we are going to have to get over to the fire elemental eventually. So starting off with Spark, that's okay. Let's start with Stage Presence. And discard Fiery Weapon. Oh look, your Stupidity card. Let's fire Imaginary Cannon at him, shall we? Flare 2. Let's claim your next card. What could it be? A simple, pathetic attack. Well, we'll use it back against you. Flame 1. Good enough. +1 health. So you get the Straight Jacket, which is +1 health. The Ruffled Shirt or the Paper Crown. Let's go for the Ruffled Shirt. Hey, get out of my treasure chamber! Speaking of treasure chamber, we've got all these gold pouches, which we'll place over along here. Place another gold pouch over here too. Don't mind if I do. Cartwheeling! To the ghost. The ghost is the Tenacious trait, which means that I cannot kill him unless he is on 1 health. But this is no problem. Let's control this drawing. Let's keep you with the Pain 1 card rather than the Spooky 3 card, shall we? Alright, let's keep up the good times. Keep controlling the enemy's plays. For example, this Acrid Fog could go away, thank you. Darkness, eh? We're okay with darkness, we have shift. There's the drain there, and I have no way to block this damage, but I can counteract it with Imaginary Cannon. Now if I'd managed to get him down to 0 there, it wouldn't have worked because he had to be on 1 hit point. Now I cannot actually damage him this turn with physical attacks because these 2 here, but I can use Copycat for the finishing blow. Notice how close that was though. So the hook here could be useful. There's the Male Coif, which is 2 Stupidity cards. Well, the holy sparkly headband though, I think that would be quite a nice touch. Here we have the Stalactite, which gives us 2 armor. We could throw away our sparkly headband for growth 1 health +1, or we'll get the Tattered Mail. I think we got the Stalactite. And yes, both Stalactites and Stalagmites are in the same game, it's silly. We've got a Bandito here. Might be a little bit of a tough challenge, but I think we can give a Bandito a go. We'll place a corridor here and a corridor over here. There we are. Joyful skipping. Oh well, didn't even care about the Bandito. Because you're going over to the Fire Elemental. Fair enough. Well, before we do the Fire Elemental, let's have a zombie, shall we? Just to give us an extra item first. Didn't even care about this Bandito. This is glitched out apparently. We could fix it though by just repelling this headbutt too. Here we are. Oi. Well, it's just a part of our lives now. Let's Holy Seal this. Probably would have preferred Holy Sealing that, but we can take advantage of the Imaginary Cannon here. Because of the Decay trait, if I deal 2 damage, Decay deals an additional damage. You only have to deal 1 damage this turn in order to proc decay, so let's do stage presence. And we'll throw away the drain. Darkness, apparently. We won't be able to do too much this turn, so let's just discard a card. Well, just throw that away. And use counter to finish. And the zombie is defeated. So yes, exactly what I wanted. I wanted an offhand item, and we have the glyph here, a Holy 1, Arcane 1, which of course gives us the Holy 2 card, because we've got 2 holy items, for the Smite card. Excellent. I think I'm probably ready to handle the Fire Elemental now. Massive gems over here too. Might put that there for later. Of course, the burn trait means we're both going to take damage each turn. We need to keep on top of this. Don't know why this is still bugged. Never mind. Let's use Imaginary Cannon to keep up with the damage. We need to pile it on here, otherwise we're going to slowly lose the War of Attrition. As you can see, Fire Weapon's going to deal a decent chunk. So let's use Bullhorns to keep even. I'm just concerned though, we're down to 1 hit point. Darkness. We lose. Yes, we do. Because Shift will lower him to 1, then he'll kill me. I'll draw a card and then die. Poor Lisa. She was torn apart.
We always know they have no chance, especially when they wet their pants. But in the end, the guild survives. Hurrah! Hurrah! Hooray!
Thank you, Bard. We get to build a new building. Yay! We have unlocked a new building. And I have the perfect place for it, the graveyard. We're going to place it right there.
Although this guild seems very grand, a dungeoneer's life can sometimes be hard, not always going as they might have planned. They mostly end up in this graveyard.
Yes, I thought it was good symmetry. On one side, all the trophies we have. On the other side, all the dead bodies we have. And the tombstone changes every time we look. Isn't that magic? Thank you all for watching. When we come back next time, we'll get another Dungeoneer, because we actually have enough money to expand the guild again. And of course, we've now unlocked tier 2, but of course, everything's very expensive here, so we're not getting to there for a while. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time right here at KonfluxGames. Oh yes!